So I began to check my conscience. I began to seek the face of the Lord concerning why I'm struggling to pay my bill. And then the Lord reminded me that I was my mom. And I'm like, I'm not the one owing her now. What's my own? He says, but you knew about it and you are a man of God in your house. So you have what? Responsibility. So I went to see the bishop that day. And I got to his house and I said, sir, I doubled for him and said, I'm so sorry. I knew what my family did to you. And I didn't do anything about it. The bishop looked at me. He says, Francis, thank God you came. He says, I was about to write it off. And I know what he meant by that. I don't know if you get the point I'm making. In other words, I was going to just hand it over. You know what I mean? He says, I was about to write it off. But now that you have come, you know what I want you to do, Francis? This was almost 20 years ago. He said, I want you to pay me back the principal, no interest. Man, I have never raised 180,000 as fast as I raised 180,000. That was when there was money, not 180,000 is my petrol for 2 weeks. I don't know if you got my point. I went and dug up 180,000, happily took it to the bishop and paid off. Within 3 to 4 months, I paid off this property here that we're looking at. Because I found out what was specifically wrong with me about something. It didn't solve all my problems, but it solved the problem of debt. And from that day till today, I have refused to go into debt because I hate debt now. Go back one slide. I want you to go back. I want you to see it. It's important, that's what I'm saying. It's important that you engage your finding. The problem is you have nothing to engage because you haven't done any finding. And don't forget that the Bible says in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. You don't have to be an experienced deliverer for you to get information because God will confirm what he's telling you. None of you by dreams, by vision, or by just a word, or by just recognizing something that you have a witness on. Let's go on. Are you here? It's not enough to meditate. It's not enough to reason through.